Hi, I'm going to share with you guys how to use the new calendar system. I know that this is a big change for you guys. The Outlook calendars are going to be removed soon. We haven't removed them yet because we want to make sure that you get a chance to move all of your reservations over. But we're going to begin using the SharePoint calendars, and I wanted to share with you how to do that. If you go to the Ocean Lakes website and then Staff and then SharePoint, it'll take you directly to the Ocean Lakes High School SharePoint site. On the top of the SharePoint site, I made a tab called Resource Reservations. And this is going to take you to where all the resource calendars will be housed. Listed here too if you had any questions about the acceptable use policy and things like that. It is all also linked here. There are reminders about how to use this, that you can book a cart for up to a week and up to a month in advance. You can book that, and to keep in mind also that the testing does sometimes take precedence. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. We're going to go to the computer labs first just to show you quickly what that looks like. We have 4 computer labs now, which I know that's changed. Last year, I believe, you only had 3. You'll no longer use those Outlook calendars that I mentioned earlier. Instead, you're just going to come to this one page. You can see what the lab has available, which is nice. If the number of desktops changes for some reason, something breaks, or we might get new desktops and who knows, have more, this is where we would keep that up. So you'll be able to tell just how many desktops are you looking at. And to book, say, room 149, I clicked on the lab there. Now the lab calendar comes up. So all the calendars were over there on the left. I clicked 149. I'm in lab 149. It says it right up here in the top left. And I'm going to click events. I don't have to stick with August because it is late in August. I can go further ahead than that. I'm going to click new event. And when I click new event, I have to title it. Location, obviously, it's room 149, but if this were a cart, we want you to put the location that you're going to be using the cart in. Labs don't move, obviously, but carts do. I'm going to click the title. In the title, I'm writing my name and the blocks that I'm going to use it for. That doesn't mean that you have to rush down. Like if I'm only going to use it first, second, and third, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean if this were a cart, for example, that I have to return it by 4th block. Typically, nobody's going to be signed up for it, but if they were, they would know, they'd be able to see this reservation as well and come get it from you. So this is a lab, so I don't have to put the location. You can if you would prefer. And then, of course, there is no all-day event option, which is nice, so you're not going to fall into that trap. We're going to put 7, and since I'm going all the way to 3rd block, oh, what is the bell schedule now? I'm going to put until 1, just to be, that's not quite exactly right, but close enough for now. And then I'm going to hit save. If I wanted to do 3 days in a row, I could make this a repeating event. Okay? I'm just going to do a single day. And as you can see now, down here, I have Mariana 1A, 2A, 3A. Booked. Okay? Same thing goes for the laptop carts. When you're in a computer lab, you'll see all the lab calendars listed over on the left. So if the date that you're looking for is not available, you can always pick a different lab and try that. If you'd prefer carts, you can go to the laptop carts instead. There's a lot more options, and they are color-coded. It looks a little crazy at first. Color-coded according to the departments. I just picked colors to try to make them stand out. The carts are still housed in departments, and as I get the information nailed down this fall, I'm going to be changing these to know exactly what rooms they're in and such. Right now it just says that, you know, they're in a science room. It doesn't necessarily say which one for cart 22, for example. So when I know what room they're in, I'm going to update that as well. And these are not clickable links in the middle here. This is just information to tell you how many laptops are on each cart. Some of the carts have 19, some of them have 20, some of them have 10. So we need to make sure that you know how many laptops are on a cart. Over on the left side, again, you'll see all the calendars, and there's a lot of laptop carts, so there's a lot of calendars. Carts numbers 1 through 6 will likely not have shared calendars because those are the ones that were set aside, and we're going to make sure that we can still accommodate those few laptop carts that had just a few on them that were spread out amongst the building to help supplement the carts that are signed out. cart 7 is what we would start with then. Same thing, when you make a reservation, you just pick the calendar and then go to Events and New Event and double click on the new event, and you should be able to create one. And again, make sure you use a title, and this time we do need to know the location of the cart. So where are you going to be using this cart? This is important because if for some reason something happens and we need to locate it right away, Derek Wilcox would be able to find it, for example, if there was a ticket in on a certain device, okay? And then of course you hit save and it would show up on the calendar when you edited that. So that's it. It's real simple. And again, if you pick a cart and it's not available, you can go to another cart and try that. Please remain in your department if at all possible. Use the carts in your department first, and if they are all booked, then and only then should you move beyond your department and into the other department carts. We're trying to make sure that all the carts are used a lot. We don't want them to be sitting unused for any amount of time, because that is actually worse than them being used frequently. We like them to be used a lot for updates and stuff like that. All right, well, I hope this goes smoothly, and we're here to help you guys get used to all this change. So the carts are still here. They're just signed out a different way. They're still going to be housed the way you guys had them housed before. So this should work out really well. Thank you for your patience with this, and look forward to working with you.